What's going on, everybody? Boys and girls, cats and squirrels. It is the MOSHCAST episode. Who fucking knows? I say that because I used to get mixed up. And that was my fault. I don't know why I did it. I would be like, episode blah, blah. And then when I get into editing, it would be like, I would say 45, and it would be like 32 or something. And I'm like, why do I do this shit to myself? But
that's work. You know,
yeah.
You on your shit.
I'm your host, Almighty Sai, a.k.a. Satan got put into hell for a reason, right? So, who built that thing? Those are the questions you should ask yourself, right? We got two special guests today, live action fucking MOSHCAST for sure.
Yes, sir.
Two homies that I met not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be Sapo. Savage.
What's happening?
What's cracking? Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was crazy. I met, you know what? I was talking to Eli for a little bit, wanting him to be on my podcast, and no, I'm straight. But I appreciate it.
You got an ashtray bottom.
I do have an ashtray, bro. Let me get it.
Oh, look, we got this
I'm
right
using
here,
my
bro.
bed. It's cool.
Oh, okay, we straight. I was talking to Eli for a little bit, on Messenger and stuff, asking him to be on my podcast, and he was like one of the guys that I wanted 100% to be on my podcast for some reason. I was like, dude, I want you on, and I had like a list of people when I started doing this, and then I met y'all, and I was like, oh shit, there's a whole lot of world that I'm not even aware of yet, you know?
Right.
And I'm glad that I got to meet y'all out of random circumstance, you know?
Yeah.
But how's everybody? How y'all doing? You doing good?
Good, man. No complaints, bro. Just shit, maintaining.
Did you start off this year all right?
Shit. About as all right as it could be, I guess.
Is it better than fucking last year? That's the question, I guess.
Oh shit, man. Actually, as far as like the sickness shit, like
right.
Yeah, man, that shit hit me hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of family members lost people.
No shit.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It's we're barely getting out of the dark right now. You know
right.
what I'm saying? So yeah, it was pretty bad, man. It was pretty bad. That's why I said no complaints from me. 'Cause shit, I'm here still. So.
Right.
Definitely.
Let me make sure that that's okay. That's yours. All right, cool. Yeah, dude. I don't. Let's see. I haven't had any family members pass away from like COVID or anything, but I definitely had a few friends that got like deathly sick from that shit.
Yeah.
And I remember the day that it hit fucking America. I was actually going on a retreat with my dad. I usually go every year. And my dad was like, you hear about this COVID stuff? And I was like, not really. I mean, I've heard it like on the news and stuff, but like not really like important stuff, you know? Mm-hmm. And we went to this retreat, and he goes, I think they're going to cancel. And it was in Rio Doso, so he was like, I hope we don't. We're just going to drive there anyway. And we drove over there, and like 15 minutes as we got into town, they're like, hey, we canceled that shit. And then that's whenever everything kind of went fucking downhill from that shit. 2020 and then 2021, everybody just started getting sick again. And oh man, I had a friend from fucking high school that like, he's a big dude. We call him Big Daniel. Shout out to Big Daniel. I don't know if he watches the podcast or not, but he got sick, and I thought that he passed away or something, you know.
Yeah. And
we didn't hear from him for a while. He was actually in the hospital for that whole fucking 2021 year. He was in the hospital, bro.
Damn.
And he just got out. He just got to where he can walk again and like get up and exercise and shit, bro.
That shit sucks, man.
Yeah, man. I had caught that shit, bro. I caught that shit like, when was it? Like December.
Yeah.
And it was bad, bro. Like Like I thought, like it was bad, man. It was pretty bad, man. I wouldn't.
It was horrible, man. Like really like his situation, and nobody knew it. Like nobody knows. Like when we going through personal shit, that's one thing about us. We just don't.
Right.
Nobody knows nothing. You
Right.
hardly even see us unless we're doing a show or something.
Right.
But he was bad, bro. Like it got real bad too. It was scary. Like
Definitely.
I was thinking we was gonna lose him and shit like that.
Oh, no
and it
shit.
was like, yeah, I was thinking about my nephew, his son, his wife. Like it got crazy.
Right.
It got crazy.
Yeah, it did, man. It was pretty bad, man. Me and my wife both got in. We were sick for a couple weeks, man. And yeah, man, really, it was one of them situations, man, that really makes you look at things differently.
Right.
Once you get to the other side of the whole situation, you're like, wow, you're really more appreciative of things in life and shit like that when you deal with something like that. But yeah, man, it was pretty fucked up, man. But shit, by the grace of God, was able to make it through. So
Hell yeah.
Shit.
Fucking. What did y'all ever think that y'all would see something like that and y'all was like,
Hell no, not me, man.
Definitely
Not me.
not.
Like I still talk about it, and even to myself, man, I'm like, damn, we fucking living through a pandemic.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
That's killing motherfucking millions. Like,
right.
Shit is crazy, and that we're here. You know what I'm saying? Still to actually be able to talk about it.
Right.
I worry more about my kids, and
Oh, right.
the younger generation, but shit is wild, bro. Like
Yeah.
for real, it's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, it's that and like a whole bunch of other shit we can get into, but I guess we're hitting it hard on the first few minutes of the podcast. Bullshitting. Like, are y'all like would y'all get into like conspiracies and shit about like what's going on and everything?
As far as what?
As far as like, there's just a lot of people like having their own opinions on like what we should do as a fucking community, as a nation and shit.
Yeah.
With like, because I got the vaccine, I got it. I was like fucking, my friends were even skeptical to even get that shit. Now, was sitting in my house and my fiance was telling me you should, because she was a nurse. She's a nurse at the nursing home and stuff, and she's like, you should really get it. Just get it. And I'm a conspiracist to the point where it's like I'm not left or right. I'm just like I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, I'll get it. Especially with my friends, like, if I die, then they know, and then they'll fucking, the government. I'm always thinking that the government's on my fucking ass for some reason.
Yeah.
But I got it and stuff, and I'm still here. Did I get COVID after that? Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure I got COVID after that. But it wasn't as bad as the first time I got it.
Even him, man. Like whenever, like, I don't think you're not vaccinated, are you? Like when he got sick, man, when he got that shit, he had told me after he got well, we talked and he was like, man, bro, he's like, I'm telling you now, he's like, what that shit feels like, he's like, bro, he's like, I don't know if I am or not still, he's like, but bro, I would recommend people to get vaccinated.
Bro.
He was like,
That shit
I would
was
do it.
That shit was bad, bro. That shit was bad to that point. And then I tell myself too, I say that, but then I think it must have not have been that bad because I still haven't gotten the motherfucking thing.
Right.
But I am a little bit skeptical when it comes to the vaccine, bro. A lot of my family's got it, and they, want me to get it too, but I just choose not to, man. There's just everything that's being said about it. You just don't know, and I just rather not,
Right.
Just rather not
100%.
fuck with it. And nothing against people that do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all my family too, man. The majority of them, my mom and everybody, like the majority of them got it. I don't think I would, honestly. I can't get it.
Right.
If I was able to, I don't think I would.
Right. Right.
I don't like. To
Medicines.
me, man, it was just really, like, I really don't. Like,
Right.
I have no immune system, so I learned I had to, of course, to just deal with shit.
Right.
So it makes me think different if I take something, especially some shit that just came out. We don't know what it is.
Right.
Just like a lot of other shit we don't know, but still, it was so quick. But you ain't cured cancer. You ain't found cures for other shit.
Yeah.
Like how in the hell y'all got a cure for this or a settle down for it or
Right,
whatever the fuck
right.
you gonna call it. But
Right. 100%.
I don't feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody's different, so it could affect me or
Right.
somebody else,
Right.
it could kill them, and you don't know why.
Right.
Of course, because you know, it was definitely because you just put something in your body.
Yeah,
You
for
know
real.
what I mean? But I don't think if I could, I don't think I would.
Right. Right. Well, fuck it, man. I mean, let's see.
And nothing, like he said, nothing against people that do. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
got to do it. You know,
Yeah.
if they feel it.
And then
See,
even now too, I think about like everybody that I know that gets the vaccine, they do get the symptoms.
Yeah.
From of the whole COVID thing, and that's another thing that really pushes me not towards getting it. Now that I know how I'm gonna feel, how I might feel for a little while, you know, I had a opportunity to, or not an opportunity, but I got the chance to see what it felt like to be that sick.
Right.
And it just pushes me to be like, I don't ever want to feel that shit again.
Right.
So I'm not even gonna take the vaccine because I'm not trying to feel no type of way. Right?
Yeah, you already got the antibodies, so you're
Yeah,
like,
shit.
that's the thing
I'm
too. Is like
superhero now.
even like with like the flu and stuff. I was thinking about the flu and stuff. You know, I mean, the last time I got the fucking flu shot was maybe when I was in fucking 5th grade. You know, and then my family wasn't like. They were well off, but they weren't like rich or anything. So like we didn't have like health insurance and shit. I was fucking illegal basically because I didn't have health insurance as a kid and stuff. But it goes back to like I haven't never gotten the flu shot, and have I ever got the flu? No. So what the fuck? And those are the questions I ask instead of like, oh, the government's fucking has a chip in me and blase, all that crazy like JFK Jr. still alive. Oh, fucking A. But I don't think of that way. I think of like what has happened in the past. What has happened. Like, damn, there was a disease way back when. I think it was like. It was like I can't remember. It was a respiratory infection. I know that for sure. It was a respiratory infection that was killing a whole bunch of people way back when. Mm-hmm. And the doctors didn't know why. They were wondering why this was happening, but everybody was going down, like just dying. And it was a nurse that actually figured out what it was. And everybody was getting sick because they were staying indoors. And she brought the people that were about to die outside. They wanted to stay outside again. And the people that were about to die, she would take them outside, and then they would start getting better. And she wondered why. So she brought all of her fucking patients outside, and all of them got cured. It was because there was the virus thrived in cold, thrived inside, and she took them outside, and it killed them. The vitamin D and the fucking sun, the UV rays and shit killed it off. And it's like, we have all these medicines and all this fucking shit that we're doing, but like, if you just go outside and breathe the fucking air, bro, drink some water, go on a walk or something, bro.
At one time too, when the COVID shit hit, I had heard that I was hearing from different people that the sunlight and the sun and the heat was supposed to supposedly kill it or do damage to it or settle it down. And so I'm like, damn, we can't wait for summertime. But that shit was bullshit. Right. It's just crazy. It's like, me personally, man, I'm just like, why worry about it? It's here. It's real. It's a killer.
Yeah.
Why stress yourself and overthink it and worry about it, man? Live life and just keep it moving.
Yeah, keep on going, bro.
If it hit you. It's like a bullet.
I don't even watch TV anymore because of that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Right after all that, I'm like, you know what? Fuck politics. Like, I'm really big. Like, whenever COVID hit, like, I was sitting in my house most of the time, and so I started shit posting on fucking Facebook because I was bored. And I wouldn't say I'm an extreme leftist, but I do think blue most of the time, And all the people that lived in my small town, they're all red and shit. And it was funny because they would always get pissed off and stuff. But like, if they knew me, they would understand. Like, I don't give a fuck about any of this shit. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I'm just causing mass craziness within my fucking group, my people and shit. Because these are the questions that need to be asked, and like, why aren't we asking them? And we're worried about fucking this and that. And like last year, like the indigenous population figured out that. Yeah, we're going way fucking off. Let's chill out for a second. Let's chill out. But y'all came here for a reason, man. And I want to talk to y'all because I feel like y'all are one of the OGs that have been on the podcast. We had Diabolic on. Shout out to Diabolic, but like y'all are here, live and shit. And I wanted to talk about like the world here in Amarillo on the music scene and stuff. Y'all been here all y'all's life, yeah? Yeah. And when did y'all start? Let's go back a little bit more than when did y'all start? When did both of y'all know that y'all wanted to be doing what y'all do right now?
Me.
Yeah.
Me, shit, man. I'm an older cat, so I'm gonna say like, bro, I was a break dancer, like popping and locking and shit,
Right.
back in the shit when it was popping,
Right.
like elementary school.
No shit.
So I was like always onto the hip hop when it hit over here. Period. You know that sound, that different, the movies, the break-ins, the
Right.
beat streets, the crush grooves, all that older shit, even before the break-ins and that. You
Right.
know? And so I was just, it was different. It was a different style of music and shit. It's different
Right.
sound. So I was automatically attracted to it. So I was always into it and involved in it. But like actually, when I thought that I was gonna start making it, doing it my own, shit, man, that shit didn't cross my mind honestly till like '89.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No shit. That's
cause I had homeboys that were starting to do it. In
Right.
1990 was like 90, 91 was my first time doing a track.
oh no shit.
So it was like they were like a year into it, maybe 2 years into it. So it was like we can, you can
Yeah.
actually do it.
Yeah, you can make your own music
Yeah.
and fucking dance to that shit.
Yeah, so it was dope. I say then probably about 90.
Yeah, and like you had homies. Do you still run with the homies that back then too, or
Yeah, man. Shit, I call them real originators of this shit. You know,
no shit.
A lot of times, like shout out to Supermarkets. I don't know if you know Supermarket Styles. He was a DJ for a long time. I mean, he's one of them. Rest Easy Spectac.
I know Rest Easy.
My brother Spectac. He's dead right now.
Oh
the
no,
guy's
I'm sorry. I know a guy named Rest Easy. I thought his name was Rest
is
Easy.
Spectac. I don't know if you ever heard of him. Yeah.
Okay.
He passed away a few years ago. His cousin VC, and Keith KD. It was 4 of them. They were called UDR.
Okay.
Way back, man. Like I said, it 89,
Yeah.
88 maybe.
Right.
And
So this is a big, huge fucking adventure of yours, bro.
yeah,
I mean, like, what, fucking 40 years? No,
Yeah.
no, is it 40 years already? 80,
shit.
90? No, I would say like
90.
90,
What were we
10.
to 2022?
10. Yeah, it's about 20 years, 30 years. Yeah.
30 something years.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, bro. And you stuck with it, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, shit, I remember I was trying to get with them.
Right.
I was always a fan of them, of course, and then they were my homies.
Right.
But they were winning talent shows, man. They were doing fairground shows. You know, it was back then when like them and very few Lil Prince was around. Shout out Lil Prince. Very few cats around here were doing it.
Right.
Mr. Coop was doing it in Lubbock, and he was coming down here doing shows. But they were like really kind of the only ones that was really just out there with it.
Right.
So I was with them all the time. I was always filming their shows.
Oh, you were filming
with a big ass camera. Yeah, I was big ass video cassettes.
Right.
Filming their shit, but dying inside because I wanted to do it.
Oh, right.
And the only one like Spectac was like he was my dog. You know what I'm saying? And he was the only one that would like try to get me to do stuff with him. So it got to the point where I would do intros for him. I would do certain shit.
Right.
But never a verse, never a song, never nothing like that. And he came out of pocket one time, man, and he was like, "Let's go do a song." And I was like, "For real?" And he was like, "Yeah." He said, and he wrote it.
Oh, no shit.
He wrote the track, and then he started showing me. I didn't even know how to write songs.
Right.
He started showing me how to do it, so I changed it up and added my own stuff to it. We went to Purdue Recording Studios, a legit studio back then that was here. It was actually underground, and we cut 2 tracks over there, and shit, man, that was it. We put them on cassettes. We made our own labels, put Spec and Sapo on them. One song was called Line of Fire. One was called The Basement or Straight from the Basement, something like that. And we would sell them for $2. That was a wrap for me. I was ready to do it.
No shit.
But But from that time, man, that was the beginning.
And how old were you whenever this shit was going down?
I was, it was 90. It was 90 when I dropped that first song. So I was like 15, 16.
Damn.
Yeah, I think I was 16.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were like, you said you weren't new at this shit because you'd be breakdancing and stuff in high school, but like you were new to the making this shit, like making it.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even know how to write.
Bro, I didn't know
or freestyle or anything.
I didn't know measures. I didn't know what bars were. Back then, they were just called measures.
Right.
Counting your measures. Spectac showed me all that. Everything I know about music, bro, as far as like knowing how to do it, Spec showed me.
Right.
He put me on everything. I grew up having the ear for it.
Right.
Because my family is into music. So my dad was a singer and a guitar player.
Oh, no shit.
So, I mean, I grew up into music.
Right.
And having the ear for it. I don't got the patience to learn shit and want to play it and want to,
Yeah.
I just don't have the patience, man.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's when I started. Like, that's when I got down with it.
And you're like, man, fucking, I'm going to start. And then that's when you started writing your shit.
Yeah, that's when I started writing, man, and kept going with him. Then I started doing a few more things with them. I would do a few show appearances with them, little intros or outros I would do.
Right.
I was being seen a little bit more. But don't get me wrong, man. I didn't keep it moving. Like, I stopped. Like, they kept it moving the whole time, our whole lives.
Right.
Man, I would stop for 2 years, 3 years, come back 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Get out 2, 3 more years. Like, I never took it serious like that. I was seeing them continuously doing their thing, and it motivated me, but I always knew I was going to be by myself.
Right.
That's something that I didn't want.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't. I needed, at that time, especially not knowing much of it, I needed a team or somebody to back me.
Right.
And I didn't have that.
Right. Right.
Until I came across this fool.
Yeah. And then you would.
Well, I got with the other cats, but
how like you're not as old as.
So like he was saying, okay, you said you dropped your first shit in 90.
90. It was 90, 91.
I was born in 91.
Oh no! So
damn.
No, I'm not.
So you're just waiting for a fucking prodigy to show up.
Yeah, man.
You're like, man, I got this in the bag.
That's what's so fucking
waiting.
Tripped out, bro.
Yeah,
it's like honestly,
man.
it's because like really like when I really took it like I said, I went through different labels.
Right.
Man, as I kept going, got older, I went through multiple labels. Shit wasn't working out for whatever reasons, and I got with this cat, man, and they had some shit going, and I was already coming from a label called Murderistic Music at the time.
Yeah.
And Tech 9 had came to, it was 08, right?
Yeah.
Tech 9 had came to Rillo in 08, and I got to open for him. After that show, I left Murderistic Music. They were doing their thing already, and I got on with them, man. They asked me if I wanted to do something with them, and that's when, as far as like really taking it seriously, getting known out here, getting recognized for the 806 we are today.
Right.
That's when my whole shit changed, and it's so fucking crazy because how young he is compared to me.
Well, you were born in 91,
right?
And then 2008 come around. That's what fucking.
That's like what, like
you were like what 14, 15?
17, 16.
You were 17,
17,
yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Right. So I had started. I probably prior to that, man, I was doing music. I was writing. I was influenced a lot by my older brother, man. Shout out Lucio V, man.
Right.
So he was really into music. So I was basically into music too. You know what I mean? And not till about the age of 14 did he offer me to do something. If he wanted to do, a track with me or whatever. And ever since then, man, I just stuck with writing. And so by the time 2008 came around, we had the name 806. Me and my brother came up with the name 806. We wanted to keep it, close to home.
Right.
Representing.
We're gonna touch base on that representing thing real quick. Or not right now, but I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah, we just wanted to have something that represent where we were from, and also like the style of music kind of what we were bringing.
Right.
What we had to bring to the table, our styles, our rap styles, everything like that, the concepts of our songs that we were doing. And so that's where the name 806 came from, with the 6 taking place for the S in the word sick.
Yeah.
And so when we had started it, it was 3 of us. It was me and my brother and my homeboy Mickey. Shout out Mickey, man. It was us 3 that were doing it, man. And we were doing it more for like the homies and shit type of shit. You know, we had a bunch of homies. We had homies that, you know, were feeling what we were doing and shit like that. But at the time we were doing it, we never, like, at those times, doing shows and shit like that, fucking even making money off of doing it wasn't even a fucking idea in our head. We were just doing it.
Right.
And so, I mean, some time went on. We did, you know, we made some decent little moves while we were doing what we were doing. But not until we also linked up, because Spec was also with him on the Murderistic music label.
Right.
So whenever they fell out of murder, or not fell out, or, you know, decided that they weren't gonna really, you know, work with Murderistic music no more, you know, we had welcomed them with open arms, like shit, you know. So we had an all-star squad, man.
Right.
And it was a group, altogether it was what, 5 of us?
5, yeah.
And which was me and him, my brother Lucio V, the homeboy Mickey, and Spec.
And then when Chew came too.
Oh yeah, and then Shamar too.
6 of us.
It was 6 of us. So at one point, 806 was a group of 6.
Yeah.
But even at that time, 806, as far as who it was before they came, we had never done any shows or nothing like that.
Right.
They had just got off doing a show with Tech, you know, and so.
Were y'all in the studio most of the time, or were y'all were just like, we have these songs, we're writing and shit, but we just don't have a place or.
We had a studio. We had our own studio. You know, we were just, you know, I'm sure. I mean, everything kind of happened pretty quick.
Right.
So I mean, at the time, I'm sure we had intentions for it to do something, but we were just dropping singles. You know what I mean? We were just dropping singles, and then that's whenever we linked up with them. 806 linked up with Sop and Spec, and man, we just got to work, bro. We got to work after that. We dropped within what, like, how many months? Like maybe 4 or 5 months. We dropped a 21-track album.
Shit, that shit was done quick, like
quicker than that.
Yeah,
it
was quick. It was like, because we had to put the rush on it.
Yeah, we had a deadline on it anyway.
Yeah, we ended up, when we hooked up, like, right quick, as soon as we hooked up, we worked on a project, man. And we had the studio in my house at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And we knocked it out. We had a fucking board. We had a schedule. What songs was getting done today? What song needed to be written? Who's on it? And if you didn't come here and wasn't being here, whatever, shit, you just wasn't on the track.
Right.
No hard feelings, but we really taking it serious.
Right. We had to
and
go.
We did. We put
we knocked it off.
We put 110% into that album, man. It was dope. You know,
about 20 something tracks, man. And it was probably about a month, and it was probably like us not really working with each other. There was 6 members. They were all new to each other, but man. We did that shit.
It was called SOS, Serious Sickness. And I mean, even at the time I think we were recording that album, we really didn't know what the fuck we were planning on doing with it. You know, we were just, you know, as far as, like I said, as far as we went, you know, we weren't really intending on much out of it or whatever the situation may be. But,
right.
It was a dope ass album, man. And it's out there, it's floating around. You know, a few people do have copies of it, but a lot of people have never heard that album as well.
And it's crazy how it's like that song, I mean, that album actually, like, the people that do have a few of the songs that they do have, that shit just got leaked somehow. Like, we don't fucking really know. Like,
somebody just was a fan and was like, this needs to be out.
Because it was missing. That whole album was just missing for years, bro. The whole fucking album was just missing. We didn't even have a copy.
Oh, no shit.
Right. And so, as time went on, man, shit, out of left field, somebody's like, hey, man, we got that fucking album. We got tracks off that album. And even throughout the years, we would just hear them randomly.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We would just hear them randomly, and then they would disappear again. and it was a pretty dope album, man. It was.
Right.
It was,
you don't see 21-track albums anymore, bro.
Yeah, really.
That's a big fucking. That's like that. Nowadays, a 21-track album is 2 albums together. You know?
We figured at that time, man, we were like 6 members. I mean, shit. It kind of, it's not that much more work. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
a little less work, less writing because there's 6 of us.
Right.
So if we're doing every song with all 6 members, which we didn't, but if we did a lot of them with all 6 members on them. It's less writing. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
True.
So we got to do so.
True.
It wasn't. But yeah, you're right, man. There ain't albums like that. There ain't even full fucking songs out here no more.
Right, for real.
Motherfuckers are doing 2 minutes. I can't. I'm sorry, man. I'm old school, but
right.
And I ain't dissing nobody or downing nobody. You know, that's how it moves. You know, and I move with the way shit moves now too. But I really don't. I just stay the fuck out the way.
Right.
Because I can't relate. You know what I'm saying? 2 minutes, that's not a song to me.
Yeah.
It's just not.
100%. I've done a couple 2 minutes. I usually try to stick to the 3 minute mark.
I think we've done one or two. We call them
like
intros or outros or whatever the fuck.
Right.
You know, it's not a song to me. I mean, to us, it's just not, man.
Right.
I mean, I don't know, man. It is what it is. I'm in my own ways, and I'm not going to change. Man.
No. It's like it's the new generation, man. That's something that I've had to take and absorb and stop being in denial of, man. Like these fucking kids. You got. I mean, it started with Vine, bro. It started with Vine. I don't know if y'all like ever saw Vine.
Yeah,
and shit.
I know what you're talking about.
But it's just like 6-second videos, bro.
Yeah.
And like your time span just like gets addicted to that, like seeing so much information at such a fast speed. And then you got like TikTok and you got like reels and stuff on Instagram and videos, like all that stuff condensed down to where it's like, oh, 3 seconds, next one. Right. Oh, 3 seconds, next one. And I think that's where the music scene has kind of like picked up on that. I don't know if it's a good or bad habit, but it's one of those things where it's like, damn, like I'm literally buying a fucking $30 or $40 fucking album that's only like 15 minutes long because every song is a minute and 20.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and I know I've known, like, I don't know them personally, but I know artists that are big up in the scene and stuff that have literally done like 1 minute and 30-second songs, and their albums are like 20 minutes, and it's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, man. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, we're spending money on shit.
It is to me. It's super crazy, man. I just, it's like also as a fan, like I got some people, some homeboys, some partners,
right,
that are dope as fuck,
right,
like fire, and dog, they'll come over and they'll show me, you know, some of their music before they release it, and like some of it, I'm like the ones I be feeling, man. I'm like I'm jamming,
right,
and just miserable as hell when I hear it end, and I look over and I'm like,
that's it.
You gotta quit doing this, bro. Yeah. As a fan, you know what I'm saying. You gotta understand what your people want too. Your people want more,
right?
And it's like, you know, sometimes they're like, well, you know, they'll hear the next one. I'll keep it going, you know. Nah, dog, like they want a full, like they're feeling that song just like me. I'm not the only one that feels that way.
Right.
But that's, like I said, man, it's a trip. That's just the way it is.
Right.
And it is, you know, like that. We're going to give you the majority of our songs. We're going to give you 3 verses, 3 hooks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like 3/16. I mean, and sometimes we're 806, so we also sometimes we won't give you no hooks. Sometimes we give you
straight ass fucking
just some weird ass thing. Shit, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna make the song for sure at least 3 minutes. If it's not 3 minutes or above, if it's not, man, it's an intro or outro to us.
Right.
That's what it is. I mean,
100%. I mean, I feel like that goes into like fucking on stage and shit. You know, you have these gigs, and I haven't seen them in a while because I haven't been out doing a whole bunch. But I would see some gigs sometimes where they would fucking have like 2 or 3 people for like 4 hours, and they're like 4 hours, 2 or 3 people. That's fucking crazy. Like, are they doing like straight up fucking 2 hours each?
Right.
You know, and it's like. It would start at this time, and the guy would get up there at fucking, I don't know, say 1:30 and shit, and he was supposed to start at 1, and then he would do like 4 songs, and then wait fucking 20, 30 more minutes, and then do 3 more songs, and it's like, bro, like, I used to be in a fucking band, and we would do 3-hour sets, bro, to the point where we would get on stage, and then get off from that stage in those 3 hours, where we would just constantly fucking play.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the times, like how we're talking about, like, people are missing the fucking point to where it's like, you are an artist. People want to see you. People want to hear you. Why the fuck are we taking so long? Why not even so long, but why are we taking the time out of it?
Right.
To where it's like, you work hard out of those three fucking songs. I can make 3 fucking songs right now, bro. Like, it ain't shit, you know?
Right.
And the hustle mentality is fucking gone to where it's like, they think that they deserve the money, they deserve the time, they deserve the stage presence and stuff. And it's like, bro, like, you got 6 songs and you're doing it in fucking, you're doing those 6 songs in 3 hours. Go fuck yourself, dude.
Right.
Go fuck yourself, bro.
That's wild, man. That don't make no damn sense. Yeah. That at all.
Yeah, and like I said, it's just that this generation, bro, the time that their what is that shit called? Their fucking time in their head. It's like, it's always fast. It's fucking fast. Their mentality and shit's always going, doing.
Yeah.
and then you lose them after like fucking like 3 minutes, and they're like, that's a cool song, but you know I gotta get moving to the next one. And it's like, oh fuck, dude, I don't know, man, I don't know. But you know, so you came through. You were fucking born. You were fucking born, and then you came through all of a sudden, you know. And y'all started doing that shit. That's what I was gonna talk about. So what got y'all to make the name? What was 806 like? You were saying like you made this name up, and this is like was it just representing the Amarillo area, or was it more than that? Or
well, the name was to represent who we were basically,
right?
And like where we were from, which is we're from the 806. You know what I mean,
right?
And also what it was that we were bringing to the table, what type of music we were bringing, the style that we were coming with, is you know where the name came from, was just 806.
Yeah,
you know, it was just, and we were looking for something. We were looking for you know, whatever the name was gonna be. You know, is what it is. You know. If it was a different name, if it would have been something else, we would have been talking about, you know, a different name or whatever the situation is. But yeah, man, I mean, as like I said, as when we started off, man, we didn't have no intentions on, you know, and that leads back up to the point of getting the album done. Was as soon as we got the album done, you know, we had 6 members. We all did what we did, had the deadline, got the album done. We had in-house producer, engineer, all that shit. Everybody kind of, you know, the rest of the members decided that they weren't going to be a part of 806 anymore. So
what was the reason? Just
man, they were there. I mean, I really can't speak for them, and you know what you know, they just had different things going on in life. You know what I mean? They just had different things going on in life, and decided to pursue different things.
Right.
You know, at that time, and so, you know, some of them were looking religiously, and some of them were looking, you know, fixing their life, and some of them just had, you know, just couldn't, you know,
just going to do their own shit.
Yeah,
right.
just going
to have the time to fucking do.
Right. So it ended up that it just ended up me and him left out of the other 4 that were there.
Right.
You know, that was it, and at that time, shit, everything kind of went to a halt for a little bit, man. At that time, everything kind of stopped as far as the music went.
Right.
Even just keeping in touch with each other type of shit, you know, it was just, everything kind of just fell off for a little while, for about like 4 years.
Yeah, basically, that's basically what it is. We fell the fuck off.
Right. Right.
For like, for a long time,
about
man.
4 years, man. And but even then, we still, you know, made sure that we kept up with certain shit. You know what I mean? We still wrote. I still wrote. You know, we still did, you know, other shit, but the music wasn't able to be it wasn't that serious anymore. You know what I mean? We just weren't taking it as serious.
I had kind of felt like we that was our opportunity when we had it,
right?
And
right,
we didn't do it because we didn't even put out that album or nothing. And then, like I said, other members went separate ways. It was just me and him. And like it took a toll on us, and like, to me, I just figured, man, I guess that's how it's supposed to be. So it's like we didn't have the one to do it no more.
Right,
you know what
right.
I'm saying?
The fucking push and everything.
Nah, at all. Well, we were still staying on our own shit.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. We like it. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
But yeah, go ahead anyways.
Yeah, then fucking some time went by, and then we weren't really doing anything, just writing type of shit, man. And then then I got a phone call from him talking about an opportunity, you know, that presented itself. And at that time, bro, like I was hurting for music, bro. At that time, I was like, man, like he said, we had the opportunity,
right?
We didn't take advantage of that shit, and now look, we're here not doing shit,
right?
Type of shit. And that's how I was feeling with myself. I was feeling down with myself about the whole situation, even with it being so long after, and then shit. One day, fucking hit me up with the opportunity, man, and we fucking ran with that shit.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. We weren't even at that time, man. I forgot. We weren't even on speaking terms, me and him.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, I don't know for whatever reason, but we weren't talking.
Yeah.
And I remember I was on Facebook, man, and I seen one of my homeboys I grew up with. Shout out Charlie Aragon.
Yeah.
I seen him post something about, he wasn't even a friend of mine. He's just somebody tagged him, I guess, and it came up on my shit.
Right.
And it said something about his studio. He got his studio set up. I was like, shit, I wonder if he remembers me. He's got a studio. Like,
right.
I hit him up, man, and he remembered me.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, how much do you charge? You know, whatever. He started telling me, man, shit, you got something ready? He's like, come by. He goes, we'll drop it. He goes, if you like it, he goes, then we'll talk money. I was like, bet. It was that easy.
Right.
And I was like, bet. So I had a song, which is on YouTube. Actually, one of my best songs. People still love that fucking song.
Right.
And I went to his house, man, and I recorded it. I guess he was kind of like not expecting what he got.
Right.
And he was like, fuck, bro, like that shit is dope. And he was like, shit, I was like, yeah, I'm feeling it, man. And he was like, fuck the price, man. He was like,
yeah, fuck the money.
What you wanna get together and try to do something? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, link up.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you serious? I was like, what are you talking about? He started telling me, and I was like, shit, I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
100%.
And this time it was like 2012, right? 2011.
Something like that.
And I was like, man, this time I ain't letting it go by.
Right.
So I was excited and shit. Went home. I got at my bro right here, man, and I was like, I knew I was ready to do it, but I wasn't gonna do it without him.
Right.
I knew what we had together.
Right.
That was fucking dope.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I got to see if he's on board.
Right.
And I did, man. For whatever reasons we weren't talking. The pride got swallowed, and it's like, hey, I got this opportunity, dog.
Right.
Homeboy wants to work with me. I don't want to do it without you.
Right.
You down? He was like, fuck yeah, let's go. And we took the fuck off, man. like when I say we locally,
Yeah.
bro.
So like the local that term local, man. Like I talked to a cat. He's a little bit younger than me and shit. I'm not gonna say names or anything. I don't want to fucking dox anybody. But he was talking about like why people represent. You know, if you're a rapper, why do you represent the town that you fucking hate? Because my mentality, I hate Freona. Like, you know, I hate it, bro. The town is a fucking cesspool of fucking just dread. Amarillo, this area, bro, I'm just going to say this area, bro, has not been very good to me, you know? And not the people, just this fucking place, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and I kind of understood where that guy was coming from, because I was like, yeah, you know, you don't want to fucking remember the bad shit. You know, whenever we all get up, you know, you don't want to remember that bad shit. But then I think of the fucking history and stuff, and why I do what I do and shit, and, you know, Amarillo used to be a fucking big-ass fucking music town. Like, way back when, you know, the country scene was here. There was a little bit of a rock and roll scene here. I remember, like, rap being a little bit involved in, like, the 2000s and shit. And then it just all fucking, you know, there's no, like, I wouldn't, because there's people here, bro. I'm here. Y'all are here. Like, there's people here. But, like, it's not on a map. It's not on a map to where, like big ass fucking artists are being like, yeah, let's go to fucking Amarillo. That's the place to fucking be, right? And I told the guy, I was like, the reason you say it, the reason you represent it is because you want not the town, but the people that live there still to fucking blow up too. So, like, you know, I blow up out of fucking coincidence, and I start fucking touring and shit, and people are like, where are you from? I'm like, Amarillo area, because I'll come here, and then more artists will come here, and they'll fucking want people to start their fucking shows, and who are they gonna be? The people that I fuck with at the beginning, and then they get you know what I'm saying? Like the whole represent mentality is being lost in the generation too, to where it's like, yeah, fuck this town, bro, but don't fuck the people. Don't fuck the people that you fucked with, bro.
Yeah, I see that a lot, man. Like, it trips me out. Like, I mean, I don't think Amarillo's the best, of course, and then people that have been other places and better places or whatever, of course, they're gonna talk down or whatever. But shit, this is home to me.
Right.
Shit, I take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
But I see it all the time, man. On the book, I'm like, man, I hate this place, man. Fuck Amarillo, and I'm like, man, it's simple. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, bye.
Leave.
Like, what? Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like, really, at the end of the day, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Leave.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
right.
home.
And that's the thing too, is like I'm not gonna be here forever, you know.
Right.
I moved from Freon and then I went to Hereford, and this is
Like
this
if we was
is
to make it, we don't want to be here, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, this is home.
like, you know, there's a lot of other places and shit, you know, but like even whenever I do move, you know, I'm still gonna represent Amarillo because I want this town. I mean, we got the downtown being built, we got that baseball arena fucking built and shit. It's like, why wouldn't you want it to fucking blow up?
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
Look, even like Lubbock too. Even like Lubbock, I want Lubbock to succeed as much as it is now. I mean, it's a college city, bro. I mean, we're a college city, you know. It's like we're just dry. We're just super fucking dry and like being like, oh, a big ass fucking artist like, you know, fucking, you know, Drake, I guess, or some guy like that, you know, coming to Amarillo because he wants to fucking be here.
Right.
It's not there.
Right.
It's not. We don't have that fucking there-ness.
Yeah.
Shit.
They,
But
they pass through here. The big ones, when they do, the majority of the time, they pass through here. If they do put on a show, whatever, it's like, oh shit, let's go get some money right here. We might as well. We ain't doing nothing else.
Right.
You know. So let's put a show real quick.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. Like there's no want.
Yeah.
You know, for them to come.
Like even like I mean all the bigger towns like fucking Colorado, cities like Colorado and fucking New Mexico, Albuquerque, they have a big scene in Albuquerque and shit like that. Billboards every like weeks in advance, like, hey, they're coming to fucking here. They're gonna be doing this. Like Amarillo, I've never seen Amarillo fucking hype up.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
We're gonna shout out a fucking artist. Take us a little break here real quick. You know, let us take a breather and shit. Let's see here. I found a couple people a few weeks ago that I wanted to check out. Where are they at?
Man, I like that dude. You ever heard that dude? I think his name Broadnax.
Broadnax?
Yeah.
From where?
I think he's somewhere like he's from the South somewhere, bro. I don't know where, but he's a country sounding dude. Big ass beard like yours, man. But I think his shit's gray. But oh my goodness.
Oh,
I think I do know
BRODAX.
Yeah.
I think I do know who you're talking about.
That song, there's it's called 16. There's a 16 bar challenge or something.
And he's like in the
He's
booth
in
and
the
shit.
booth.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm not lying.
Yeah, 16 bar challenge, a minute and 26.
Yeah.
We could do
like that. I was like, damn, add 2 more verses to that shit.
Right,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, let's fucking listen to this guy, and we'll shout him and then another guy out. Let me get their stuff out there too. That way, I'm prepared. All right, we got them on. All right, we're gonna listen to Broadnax 16 bar challenge. That is BRODNAX, and then 16 bar challenge, and we'll be right back.
Hey, bitch, I ain't above you. I ain't below you. I'm right on the side of you, baby. We gon' take this 16 bar challenge, bitch. We gon' elevate it. We gon' go to the studio. We gon' shoot a visual. We gon' make this bitch bigger, bitch. They really don't know me. They know they can't hold me. The one and the only, they call him OG. I come from the bottom, say get him, I got him. As soon as I spot him, get swept off your feet. Hit him with the blah blah, chicka chicka pop pop. Show you how to run a motherfucking 16. West Monroe, Bob Briscoe on the motherfucking beat. Bitch, you put us together when you want some heat. They say I'm too country, they say I'm too street. Bitch, I am the Genghis John. Real ain't even really real no more. They are lying and put it on guard. Talking all that certified gangster shit, bitch, until he get hit with the bomb. I'd rather be humble and kind, respecting the grind. Bitch, we praying for peace, but we ready for war. Look a man in his eyes and I speak from the heart. That's the real definition of hard. I terrorize one of these cornball rappers. You don't speak from the soul, bitch, you wasting your bars. I'm sicker than SARS, my mind is from Mars. Bitch, we are not from the same planet. Connect with the spirit, so demons, they fear it. Be weary of men that don't respect their family. Damn it. It's the coldest white boy I ever seen. Some bitch mean Jane. Patricia's son John, call him this get her done. Boy, the one hit all that codeine. He been doing this rap shit since he was a baby, and now that boy living his dream. If you put in the work and believe in yourself, see that bitch, you can do anything. That's license trademark by Dale Carhart. My name is Dale Carhart.
All right, that was Broadnax.
Broadnax. I don't even know. Everybody don't know how to say it. Shit.
BRODNAX 16 bar challenge, and we're gonna shout out one more. It was a cat that I found. They're called the Ricters. When I get on Instagram, find sponsors. Like, you know how those sponsored videos.
Yeah.
And every time I hear a band or an artist, I'll follow them and tell them I'm going to shout them out. And this was the newer one that I found out. So we're gonna listen to the Richters. We're gonna listen to. Let's see what they got. They don't have a whole bunch. The Richters. We're gonna listen to "Runnin." That is THERICTERS, and the song is called "Runnin." RUNNIN. So here we go.
We continue to do that shit.
Yeah, man. Shit, man. That's my medicine, bro.
Fucking A. That's for real.
I guess I had just took too much or something. I don't know what the fuck it was, bro.
Right.
That shit was wild.
I don't know if that's good enough, bro.
That was the ricters-runnin. But shout out y'all out because I found y'all on sponsor on Instagram. People watch that shit, bro. People 100% watch that shit. I do especially, and it kind of builds your empire up. Just shout, like, whenever doing this, I haven't met a lot of people, but I've started talking to a lot more people, being social about some shit, because like you said, you shoot your shot on some random shit, and you wouldn't have shot that shot if you just didn't try.
Right.
That's how I got Lil God on here. Shout out to Lil God. Shout out to Diabolic. Dude, I just messaged Diabolic, bro. I was just like, hey, I have a podcast. You want to get on or what? And he was like, yeah, sure. I was like, what the fuck? I'm talking to, like, one of the guys that, like, built who I am today. I would listen to his shit all the fucking time. And sure enough, just got his ass on here.
That's dope.
That's what's up.
But fucking A, bro. What were we on, bro? What were we talking about? I don't even...
Shit,
Fucking music, fucking...
We was talking about the last thing was how me and him got started.
Yeah, how y'all got started and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then your son Eli and stuff, he's doing his own shit.
Yeah, man. He was around whenever he's been doing it, honestly, writing this shit since he was probably about 6 or 7.
Right.
But he would do little performances and shit in the house.
Yeah.
Shit like that. He was always onto it, but he was a kid. I didn't think he was really going to stick with it.
Right.
He really stuck with it. Every show we was doing, when we were out there, like I said, when we did hit the scene, bro, we hit the scene hard as fuck.
Right.
And, like, nobody knew who we were. But that's because we were on every show that we could get on. Yeah. Then we even that's when we got seen by the rock group, the metal scene.
Oh, yeah.
They liked our style of music. They asked if we would be down to do a show. We actually that was the day we had 2 shows in one day. We went and did that rock show, that metal show. My goodness. From that point on to this day, there ain't no show like them metal shows.
Yeah, for sure.
I love performing at them fucking shows because they genuinely rock with you.
Yeah.
It's not no fake shit. It's not no, like, that's our core fan base. It's the white metalheads, man. And I fucking love it. Like great. Great people.
Right.
They know how to party. They give it.
When we first did our first rock show, like, shit, it was... We went in there, we stuck out like a sore thumb. I mean, we go in there dressed ready to perform, and these guys are in there, ready to rock, fuck shit up, and so it just, you could tell that we were kind of out of our element, a little bit, and we didn't know what to expect either. Like, damn, are these fools even gonna dig us? Like, and it was a big crowd. It was a big crowd over there at the rec room, and shit, man, we got up there and they fucking loved it. We fucking loved it. If you would have seen just the crowd, you would have thought there was a metal band on stage at that moment that we were up there, bro. I mean, and it even brought out a different type of performance because of the energy that they were giving and the energy just there in the building.
Right.
It brought out a different performance from us. Our shit came out a little bit more rough and a little bit more, we were able to, the little bit of transformation we needed to do, we were able to do it.
Right.
And capitalize major.
And it just felt comfortable, man.
Right.
It was so comfortable. Like,
it was dope.
It was like I said, it was genuine.
Right.
You can tell it was fucking genuine.
No shit.
And when we got off stage, cats were coming up to us, even other metal members that had played. Man, y'all ever did a song with live music and shit like that? Like, connections were being made.
Right.
Yeah. That's how we met Seidel and them and Jeffrey and them, man. Jeff Neurotic, and shout out Jeff. It's my dog.
Sure.
My motherfucking dog right there.
Yeah.
Back then, the homie Crutch, shout out Crutch. I think he was with Bath Salt Zombies. Ain't that wasn't that their name? And then the other homie from Trench Rat, he's the lead singer of Trench Rat. I think he was with them too. But that's how we met all of them.
No shit.
And got more into the metal scene.
Right.
Jared too, because Jared was working the sound there.
Yeah, Jared.
So he was seeing the hip hop part of what we were doing. You know what I mean? And
shout out Jared.
Yeah, for sure,
Shit,
man.
Rhino.
Yeah, Rhino.
Man,
yeah.
like we met a lot of good people, man, at that time, and it kind of like it was like a door that we didn't even expect, you know, to go through, and we went through it, and they welcomed us with open arms, man, and it just blew up from there as far as the performances and shows and any metal show that comes around, man. If they don't get at us, we try to get at them.
Right.
Because them shows go hard.
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
I mean, talking about like the metal scene and stuff, like I don't want to say like I want to say inspired. Maybe I wouldn't say like it is what it is, but 806, you know, you have your logo and there's a clown on there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like is that a symbol? Is that a symbol of like y'all fucking with like ICP and shit? Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Nah, man.
Or is it just y'all's own thing? Is it its own branch of? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put y'all in a genre or like a label.
It definitely never had no kind of intention as far as that went.
Me personally, I'm not a fan of them.
Right.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
I'm
nothing.
a fan of their movement though and everything. You
Right.
know? I give them props.
Yeah.
For everything they've done, but when we started too, I guess because of the style of music, the image, and all that kind of shit, the logo. People would always thought and ask us, were we juggalos? I was like, I got to the point where I was like, for a few years, I was like, I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. What the fuck is a juggalo? I don't even know what the fuck that is.
And that's why, like, because with me, you know, everybody tells me I look like or I sound like, and it doesn't offend me. But, like, I know, like, you've been doing this for a while, you get those questions, and then you get like a person like me that like obviously understands the form of like, you know, respect with someone's music and shit. But it was one of the questions that I had. It was like I didn't know what kind of shit y'all were fucking with.
We definitely we definitely get a lot of love from, you know, juggalos and you know that type of fan base.
Right.
We definitely do get a lot of attention.
I even say it in the song. Shouts to my dogs and my fam with the hatchets.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they shit they support.
And it's always fucking genuine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really is when it comes from them. But yeah, man, it's just no, we never had no intention. As far as the logo goes, I mean, it's a skull face with half of its or a clown face missing half of its face, another half is the skull.
Right.
And that goes back around to the name 806 and what it is that, you know, we're sick with what we do.
Right.
You know, that's what we're trying to get across as far as the name and the logo looks, you know, and everything like that. That's where that kind of stands at with that.
It's this style of music too. It's
because like you're saying, you don't want to, you know, it's hard to put us somewhere.
Right.
You know, it's hard to put us somewhere, but it's not. But around here, I would say it's hard to put us.
Right, because people around here, they just have boxes, you know.
Right.
And if you look like or sound like something, they're gonna obviously say you are that thing. And I've never been that person to be like I'm not that type of person to be just like, hey, you're gonna be in that box for me, you know.
Right.
That doesn't make sense, you know. And that's why I asked this because of that reason, you know. I just want to make sure that people, you know, that are watching the fucking podcast and then start listening to y'all's music, where y'all are at in your mentality of y'all's music and shit.
Yeah.
Because I honestly thought y'all were a little bit more Hispanic based than anything. But like I've only listened to a few of y'all's songs.
So you thought that before or after hearing?
So before I thought it was more Hispanic based, and then I started listening to y'all's stuff, and I was like, okay, I know where they're at now.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I actually turned away back when I was younger, like the 90s. I had opportunities to get flown out to California and shit and do shows with, I don't know if you know, Lighter Shade of Brown and
Right.
some of them Hispanic
right. The
Latino
OGs,
rappers
like
and
SPM
shit. Yeah.
and shit. Yeah.
And mess with people like that. But they wanted me to rap Spanish.
Oh, okay.
I was like, dude, I don't even talk. Like I will, you know, but I mean, shit.
Right.
I'm not a fan of that. And that style of music.
Right.
Well, back when Hastings was open, I was on an album with the homies that I mentioned earlier, UDR. They turned to Mass Confusion, Spec and all them, man. I was on an album with them that was in Hastings. And I used to always see the Mexican rap, the Latino rap section. And I used to be like, man, I don't want to be in that damn section. I want everybody to feel my shit or buy it. I don't want to be in that box.
Yeah.
Nothing towards my race because I love it.
Right.
But it's not the music I do.
Right.
You know
Right.
100%.
Exactly.
That shit, my shit's harder, you know.
Right.
My influences as far as the music and the way I write and the shit I do, the shit that makes me do what I do with my partner is Tech and Scarface. Tech 9 and Scarface. Those are my influences.
Right.
Like, and you hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, so, yeah, man, it's that a lot of people used to tell me too, you know, that they thought that we did Latino rap. And it was just like, nah, bro, like we are totally opposite of that. Right. Totally opposite. I just can't feel it, bro. I can't feel it. It don't move me.
Right.
You know?
Right.
100%. It don't speak to me at all.
Yeah.
One song did, and forever, like I guess it's the old head in me, but it's forever still. That song is La Raza by Kid Frost.
Yeah.
I don't even know the year it came out.
Right.
I was a youngster though. That's the only Spanish rap song that really moved me.
Right.
And still to this day.
Right.
It's the only one.
100%. Because I know that y'all do a lot of speed shit, like speed rapping and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Whenever y'all are sitting in the booth or sitting at your house writing and stuff, does that take a lot of practice to do, or y'all have like gotten to the point where like you don't even have to like write most of the time to like do? Because what I'm saying is like I've done a few speed things, but like it's fucking rough. It's hard for me to fucking do that shit. I get fucking tongue tied and stuff like that.
Right.
Whenever y'all do stuff like that on stage or like in a song or something, does that take practice, or is it just something that comes naturally to y'all?
I think just over time, man. Over time, when I first started rapping, I didn't do that at all. When I first started rapping, I don't even like really remember. I mean, it's been a long time. I got old tracks, but it wasn't nothing like that. My intentions were never to do nothing like that or whatever. But one time I just got a beat that my brother produced, and it just had that tempo.
Yeah.
And so I just did it because it was that tempo.
Right.
You know, and of course I was influenced by a lot of other things, but you know, I think up to this point, it comes naturally. Doing it so much, I mean, I think it just comes naturally.
Right.
At this point, it is difficult. It can be very difficult at times, but I mean,
do y'all push yourselves to that limit to where like this song you want it to be? I wouldn't say you want it to be difficult, but y'all push yourselves to the point where y'all are making a song, and you want your lyrics to be difficult, to just kind of like push y'all to another level or another limit to what y'all did before?
I do sometimes, like, like even the way I'll try to come like sometimes with like 3 or 4 different styles in 1/16.
Yeah.
You know, just to push it, just to something different, elevate it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somehow, yeah. I do like that, you know, but like as far as like just pushing our style more and like I'm pretty damn comfortable like we're I think we kill it, man.
Right.
Like in our style, you know, of music, and it just it took work because neither one of us rapped that way.
Right.
When we started.
yeah.
And that's where I guess me with the influence from Tech and Twista before him
was
like, shit, I loved it.
Yeah.
But it was just like I already knew that was out of my reach.
Right.
When me and him really linked up, that was the type of flow he was on.
So you're already getting it. You're already like, I'm already on this level.
Yeah.
And shit.
Right.
When we actually linked up to do music, 806, man, that's the flow he was on.
Yeah, I think it probably took like I'd say like 3 or 4 years into actually start rapping that I found, maybe about 3 years that I actually found my style, and that's what I was gonna do, and ever since then, shit.
He was dope at it, you know, and it was like he started, you know, helping me do it.
Right.
And it just clicked, man. Like when I finally got it, it clicked, but it was hard, to do it. I used to even say it, man, that when on sessions and on Facebook and shit, I was like, this shit's hard. and then I don't really like writing, honestly. I hate it.
Right.
But when you're spitting fast like that, man, you're writing double.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like instead of 16, it's 32.
Yeah.
And shit, that's worse. But when you hear it and you're good with it, it's like, I don't give a fuck. And when you perform it,
it's definitely worth it.
Yeah,
like it's worth it.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. The reason I asked that is because a lot of these, I mean, you even brought it up too. A lot of these new bloods and stuff, they, I always hear that, bro. They're always they're just sitting there like, nah, I don't write, I don't write, and like I do freestyle, and it's like in the back of my head, I'm like, I mean, it's cool if you freestyle, and that's straight, but like, is freestyle actually gonna get you somewhere, And like, I don't know, man. It's one of those catch-22s where it's like, I've never seen anybody just freestyle and get famous all of a sudden, Man, I mean, unless you're talking about
at this time and day, man, and the way this shit is, this world, and the way it moves, I wouldn't fucking doubt it. I mean, I ain't seen it either. I'm with you, 100%.
Right.
But, bro, do you understand? Like, a lot of the cats that do just say they freestyle.
Yeah.
Do you hear the music, like that they do?
No.
I have.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and I see why. You ain't done shit. I'm just keeping it a grand, man. I mean, and you can do that now.
Right.
You can make music like that now and get heard and get a deal, man, or get get paid somehow off of it. You can do that now. That's why I was saying in this time, shit, I wouldn't doubt it, man. If somebody made it off of just being a freestyler.
Right. And I'm not talking about like King of the Dock or any cypher freestyles that are actually, that's their thing, like battles, rap battles and stuff like. I fuck with y'all. Shout out. Don't turn me down.
Yeah, because that's what I think. Like on freestyle, when you tell me freestyle, man, like when I think of freestyles, I think of the old school, like coming up.
Right.
When you was freestyling, you was if you could freestyle, you was a bad motherfucker because you was spitting. Right. You was saying some shit that was just off top.
Right.
It wasn't just off top nonsense.
Yeah.
It was some shit like you would have thought that shit was written.
Right.
That's what freestyling was. It should just change completely. You know, it's okay. You can get in there and moan and shit on the damn mic, and that's a lyric nowadays.
Right.
And nah, bro, I'm not feeling that. That's just like to each his own. That's just not me.
Yeah.
So I don't dig that. Like when I hear freestylers, like I'm thinking some dope motherfuckers because there's some dope motherfucking freestylers out there.
Right.
People ask me all the time, and they're like kick it. Hey, let's freestyle negative. Why? Because I ain't worth the shit.
Right.
Right.
What's crazy too is like whenever I started getting into my music, me and my homies shout out Slim and Grim and shit. Shout out Grim for sure, and Slim, I love y'all. But when I started up, dude, they're like, hey, let's hang out. We were James Street Locos, bro, like in Freona, man. We lived on one block that was a sore thumb to that fucking town, and it was us, bro. It was me and like, I wasn't raised white. I had like my next door neighbor was black, and all the other fucking kids on the street were Hispanic and shit. So, fucking, I was the only white dude. Like I literally was the only fucking white kid out there, And we grew up that way, and they called me up. Like I was in high school. I think I was like in like sophomore or maybe I was even a freshman. They're like, oh, let's hang out. I get over there to fucking Grimm's house and shit, and they're fucking out there in the backyard drinking and fucking like freestyling, just flowing and shit. Like, you should do it, and I was like, nah, I don't know, fucking. And then I started like, I'm gonna show them up. So I made a fucking song, and I came back and I made a song, and that was the first time I ever fucking that's the first time I rapped.
Yeah.
And then like they're like should you work on the freestyle and stuff, and I was like nah. And we would fuck around every once in a while, but that's the real shit. I can't fucking freestyle worth a fuck. And I have to be in a certain fucking zone to where I write. I have to be in my fucking car smoking a Black and Mild or like in fucking big old studio. which is another fucking world because I didn't start being in Big O Studio until like a year ago. No, 2 years ago. Now, about 2 years ago and shit. It's rough, bro. But like, I mean, it's like one of those things where like if you freestyle, bro, like what do you got to show for?
Yeah.
What kind of time do you got to show for? You know, you make a song and it fucking blows up, and like, how'd you do it? Off the top of the dome, which is cool. But like, I would like to have like, I wrote this shit right here, and it took me fucking weeks, bro.
Right.
You know, something fucking good out of the fucking not just out of my head. I don't know.
Right.
But going back to the speed raps and stuff, the first song that I heard both of y'all fucking speed rap and stuff was Murder Day.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the first time I heard both of y'all were on that song.
Right.
Correct? And then y'all both did some speed raps. That was the first time I heard y'all speed rap. That's how I was like, oh shit, they actually do that shit pretty good.
Yeah, that song came out like I think 2 years ago or last year. 2 years ago, I think, with the homie Loke G from Third Coast Productions. Shout out Loke. Shout out Third Coast. We used to be down with Third Coast. We was on that label for a while.
Oh no shit.
But yeah, he's the one singing. He's the one singing the hook on that.
Oh
one.
yeah.
And he actually Third Eye Visuals. They shot the video.
Oh shit. Yeah, I've heard Third Eye Visuals. Yeah. You know, they come up very, very so often.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like a year ago. I think 2 years ago. But yeah, man. Damn, so you heard some recent.
Yeah, I've heard some recent stuff. I need to get back in the archives and shit, you know. But whenever I met Eli and stuff, like you know, he would talk about his family being you know, musicians and stuff like that and artists and stuff. So I started digging a little bit deeper, and I haven't got too far because I don't like I like the mystery for myself because. Dude, there's some people out there that are really good artists and stuff, and they kind of fell off, and they still do music every once in a while. Bro, I like taking hours trying to find their shit. Like, I don't know, it's like a high to me, bro. Because I don't know, I'm just that type of guy to where music is a fucking art. It's like art. It's a fucking art. And if you have something great and it's hard to fucking find, it's just more of an adventure.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know, what's in the future? Like what are we looking at? You know, as of like we got Tree Life Entertainment. You know, Eli's doing his shit. Like was he in the works of maybe being part of 806, or is he even a part of 806, or what is that dynamic? What are we looking at dynamically with all of that?
He was never gonna be a part of 806. He just like when he got serious, like I said, I think he was like when we were taking him to shows and shit. I think he was 14 or 13, and I mean I'm his dad, so I was doing my thing, and that's his uncle, you know. So he was just influenced heavily into the music, doing his own thing. But I really honestly believe, man, he had his own vision.
Yeah, his own mindset already.
Yeah, he knew that he wasn't gonna be part. And we used to, like, I even hashtag his name and shit all the time when he was coming up with 806 shit all the time and stuff. But, nah, man, and then when he was, like, really getting into the studio and shit, he used to tell me, shit, he was going to do this and he was going to do that. And I was like, that's what's up. And then, shit, lo and behold, he started doing what he was saying. And I was like, shit, I already see where he's going. He's going to make his own road. You know? He's going to lean on us if he needs us for help or whatever. But he's got his shit in motion,
right?
And that's dope, especially for somebody his age.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. He's a young blood.
Ain't out here fucking around.
Yeah.
He's focused. He know what he wants.
Yeah, 100%.
And he knows he's got to work to get it. He saw, you know, everybody else do it. He saw me do it. You know, he saw where I could have went, didn't go.
Right.
Shit, man, that's all learning processes for him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he knows how to take it. He knows how to listen.
Right.
So it's dope. It's dope. But yeah, he had his own view, man, of where he was going and what he was gonna do with his music.
Right.
But he's done shit for us. He's wrote hooks for us.
Yeah.
My other brother-in-law, Lucio V, he produced for us. Mm-hmm. He's wrote hooks for us. like shit, it's all family oriented.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like we keep it there as far as like when we need something to lean on for help
Right.
in this music. Shit, we got it right there. We don't got to go nowhere else.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of fucking family and stuff, like when you're doing something like this, and this, I have my own story about this shit, but I want to get in depth of like what y'all are doing when it comes to music and living a life, because we all have fucking lives. We have kids, we have fucking work and all that stuff. What how do y'all level out everything that goes with? So you're doing music. This is your life. You love this shit. This is your passion, your hobby, whatever you want to call it. And then you have life. How do y'all balance that shit out? Because it has to be tough. Y'all's family is all about music, and I know that it's all positive, and everybody wants all of this to succeed. It's been here forever, but that doesn't come without fucking arguments. That doesn't come without fucking problems in the works of everything that's happening and stuff. How does this balance out for everybody?
I mean, honestly, with me, man, my family is just, you know, my wife and my son, you know, they're fully supportive of everything I do. And when it comes time to do it, and, you know, hey, I'm going to need this time to do this or whatever, you know, or I got to go here, or I got to go there, or got to go to the studio and be at the studio for hours, whatever the situation may be. I mean, it is a priority when the time comes. But I mean, I don't really have any issues as far as balancing it out. You know, I kind of take it as it comes.
Right.
You know, and I mean, it works out pretty good. I mean, honestly, it works out pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
For me, it's only if there is any like issue with balancing his work.
Right.
Other than that, and that ain't even an issue, honestly, because everybody like really like work and family, my family and everything. They've always been just 1,000% supportive
For sure.
of every move we make.
Yeah.
If we gotta call in a few days, you know, go out of town and do some work, shit, they're with it.
Right.
You know,
right.
They wish the best for us.
Wow.
And that's a great thing to be surrounded by. You know what I mean? Because it takes the stress off.
Right.
Of everything else. When it's time for us to be 806 and go out there and do what we do,
yeah,
man, there's no better way to go out there and do it and have fun. You know? So
it's always about having fun too. And I feel like a lot of the times I've talked to a lot of people on the podcast and stuff, and they say that it's a lot of fun and stuff, but I think they lose the excitement of like, this is serious. It's a serious deal. What like we're putting out, what you put out on the internet, what y'all are performing with and everything. It is all fun, and it is something that y'all enjoy. But at the same time, it's like, it's as serious as I want this to be my fucking career, you know. And people lose that shit, you know, and they lose themselves in like, I don't know, a character. Being like, oh yeah, I'm just a party guy, I don't give a fuck, and then they end up getting stuck in a character of everybody. That's what everybody wants to see now.
yeah,
You know, and that's what's really fucking tough about everything too, is that people come out here and they think it's a game and they think it's a joke and shit like that. And man, I've played drums since I was 6 years old. I've been on stage since I was fucking 7, and I've always took it seriously. And I think I do have fun. This is fucking fun. This is wild as shit. You know, the podcast is fucking crazy, but it is for a reason.
yeah,
And that's you know, that's what makes it what it is. You know, and
100%.
I think that's what's tough about this, is everybody's like, just have fun and shit. And I'm like, I could if y'all took it fucking serious.
right, man.
Yeah, and that's true. That shit, man. That's very true. Shit.
As I said earlier, as soon as when we got here, we were like, when we were talking, it was like, man, there's a time to be on your professional shit. You know what I'm saying? And Yeah, I mean, you can't be a clown all the time.
Right,
I mean,
right.
It's cool to clown around and shit, but when it's time to go to work, it's time to go to work.
Right.
Yeah, and definitely when we do, we take it very serious.
Right.
You know, everything we do when it comes to this shit, you know, definitely we take it serious. So.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. Even if it's comes in between homies, business partners.
Right.
Like, we put up too much work, man.
Right.
Too much effort
Right.
that we put in, that we did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's motherfuckers that you fuck with. Sometimes they come around it, paint a different picture, and then when you start fucking with them, they want to put more than their 2 cents in.
Oh, right.
And thinking that it's gonna be that.
Right.
It's like, nah,
No,
we never been that, dog.
Yeah.
It's not.
Y'all are already built.
But
Right.
the majority of the
Exactly.
time, they've known it when they started fucking with us.
Right.
Like, because we set that on the table. So we've had a lot of issues like that, man. But we've.
So
That's why I said
it's more like
when it
issues
comes
outside.
when it comes to anything with the music, anything with 806,
Yeah.
not with his real life and my real life outside of the
Right.
music shit.
Right.
When it comes to anything like that, man, it's serious. 100%.
100%.
You know, it's serious because it's like this is us. We love
Like you
this.
said,
we built this.
we already built. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? We're already
made
built.
this, man, and we take pride in it. Whether it goes anywhere, whether it didn't go anywhere, we take a hell of pride in it.
Right.
And because this is something that we built.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That fucking elite. I mean, like you said, if it didn't go anywhere, at least you fucking tried.
Yeah, and
You
we've done things that we would never thought we would do.
Right.
I mean, lots of things. So I always say, you know, everybody's level of success is different, and we're grateful for anything that we've gotten, you know,
Right.
or reached, you know, and shit like that, because we've done shit and got to do shit that we never imagined.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Through this music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's like we take it when it comes to this shit with the music, anything with the 806 brand, dog. It's serious business.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's got to be though, you know. It's
Yeah.
got to be. That's your brand. That's your name,
Yeah.
and you built it. You know, you gotta
Yeah.
protect it.
And then like you said, you know, you were talking about like I was talking about how y'all like having problems in house, but it's more problems with the people outside of
Shit.
coming in and trying to, like
Yeah.
you said, putting their 2 cents in and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, and you know, just like, yeah, just more so than anything else. Yeah, because
Right.
in house, bro, it's me and him,
Right.
and like we brothers,
Yeah.
and we've really never had issues.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's genuine love right here. So it makes it so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's just him. That's one thing that we used to talk about, that when we had 6 members, it was like, man, it was so much going on
Yeah.
that the difference from then till now and the way we've been moving, it's like, man, damn, that shit lets us be us and lets us really get on this music,
Right.
you know, and like focus 100%, and you can hear it in the music, like, because we're happy with what we put out, of course, because we fucking feel it. So we didn't have that same energy, you know what
right.
I'm saying, when we had more members.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because of the members or nothing like that. It was just more to take on.
Yeah.
You know, because it was more members. And so, yeah, it's easier. So we don't never have no in-house problems.
Right.
Everything that with ideas, and even if we did have issues or something that we didn't agree on, it's right here, right? Like we sitting right here, right on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it on the table and let's get it out. And this is what we're going to do, or this is what we're not going to do.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're
Right.
not going to leave each other guessing. You know what I'm saying? So
100%. Well, shit. It's been about almost 2 hours.
no shit.
Yeah, it's been almost about 2 hours.
Man. Fuck, it feels like about 40 minutes,
I know.
45 minutes.
I know, man. I know.
Damn.
We've been going crazy, bro. Shit, man. I'm honored that y'all actually came up. You know, I've been wanting to get y'all on for a while, and I appreciate y'all actually taking the time to come over here and fucking shoot y'all's shit and fucking just talk shit with me. And next time we'll do some crazy shit. We'll get fucked up or something. Huh?
Yeah, man. Shit. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
I'm like, the last podcast I was on, they're like, hey, you want a drink? I'm gonna bring something. And I was like, well, if you come across some Fireball, you know, you can bring it over here.
Yeah.
It was definitely a crazy fucking experience. You know, it's one of those things too. It's like sitting on camera, knowing that I'm gonna record myself. I have to get in the zones where it's like, I'm definitely gonna have some fun. If at all gonna have some fun, I definitely can't be that person. And I gotta stay connected. Like,
Right.
people are gonna see this shit, you know.
Right.
Like I said, whenever I was with my homie Alex, you know, like we got like at the end of that podcast, I kept it on because I wanted it to be organic. But when I got off that podcast, telling my shit like, hey, you know, you can find me. I was slurring my fucking words, dude. I was like, you can find me at fucking MOSHCAST on my, you know, and it was just like a crazy time. But like you said, there's a time and place. There's a time and place for that shit. And today, I think it was one of those serious ones where we got to actually know 806 as a group and 806 as a person and 806 as a fucking family and stuff, you know?
That's what's up.
And I appreciate y'all coming on. Plug y'all stuff. What y'all got going?
Shit, man. We got an EP gonna drop in April. And we got a single that's about to drop called I Know. Shit, and other than that, man, that's how we got working on. We're just working on that project right now for the April drop, so that'll be something good. It's
hopefully too in this summer, man. Hopefully, we get to reschedule our tour with Jeffrey Neurotic.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right.
The COVID shit shut that shit down last year. We was going, shut it down. Venues started shutting down already. We had it booked. We was already ready.
Right.
And shit shut down. So we're hoping for this summer to get that tour going.
Nice.
So shout out Jeffrey again and Eli. Eli's gonna be on it.
Jeffrey was on podcast. I don't know if y'all watched the Jeffrey Neurotic one.
Yeah, I did. Hell yeah, it's my dog, man.
Yeah,
that's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, he's a wild one, bro.
Yeah,
we got. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. He was the first hand. We got to see who the fuck Chuck was.
Yeah,
that was crazy. That was some fun shit.
We got a song with them, with Seidel.
Oh yeah,
yeah, we got a song with them. It's on. We got a video on that one.
Hell yeah,
they did. That was dope as fuck to be able to come together with them and do something.
Right. It was
badass, man.
Fuck yeah.
It was dope.
Y'all got any
Shouts
socials?
To Seidel. Huh?
You got any socials? Your Instagrams?
Instagram,
Facebook?
official 806, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff, man. Check us out. 806 ICK to get it right, man. Check us out.
Hell yeah. All right, well that's about it,
and
guys.
You can just Google 806 and all that shit will pop up.
I've Googled y'all stuff. Y'all stuff has came up, so
yeah,
easy find.
Yeah,
but other than that, man, it was an honor. It was a pleasure to fucking talk to y'all. Next time we get on here, we're gonna have some more fun.
Yes, sir.
But like always, see y'all next week and go fuck yourselves.
Already.
Peace out.